Mario Yamasaki, our referee here tonight. El Toro, Dan Gable, and here we go.
Good punch right there.
Pushing forward quickly.
Yeah, I'm sick of horse on the internet babbling. Leaving span, but the tracks is all rambling. About senseless nonsense, the topics is a constant rip-off of stardom struck rappers. Until they got balls who call themselves lyrical. And on top of that genius, typical pitiful. Money come this, money come that. But still they stuck at home and they're paying the scraps. I'm not lying to you when I say I don't bring any money in from this rapping, but I see it as a hobby, a pin to express my thoughts and my feelings. Every fucking word I put on paper is a feeling I feel I need to portray. No less of a symbolism in the weak tracks I create is for the stories to relate. Every single problem can be split into verses. If I got him and you got him, then you'll understand why. Just maybe I'm mistaking myself here by saying the world has been taken over by self-righteous trained men, corrupted and evil, and money it seemed to make it all worse. Or is it an native man? Maybe I'm mistaking myself here by saying the world has been taken over by self-righteous trained men, corrupted and evil, and money it seems to make it all worse. Or is it a native man? And then we got them dudes doing remixes of everything on MTV, VH1, but they never wrote anything even worth to be called a song. Incapable of writing more than 60 lines, never heard of a self-thought rhyme. Every time you put on a track with some famous dude, you can see them with their scrapbook doing ignoramus salutes, fighting every word, raping every thought through track. The DJ spins the burdens on the whole hip-hop society, erasing every hope for a mainstream variety. But yo, these are obstacles not so hard to overcome, cause also know there are serious and skilled rappers from all over the world waiting to spit some of that crazy shit, like DCK spinning that crazy shit. Rap is all off from that razor shit. Black and white, hate right and black debates are through, okay? Maybe I'm mistaking myself here by saying the world has been taken over by self-righteous trained men, corrupted and evil, and money it seemed to make it all worse. Or is it a native man? Maybe I'm mistaking myself here by saying the world has been taken over by self-righteous trained men, corrupted and evil, and money it seems to make it all worse. Or is it a native man? And then we got critics who don't know shit about rap but still give opinions saying this shit and all that. Every time some underground track breaks through the barrier, then it's resentful, an evil and hate carrier. But what about them governments sending hundreds and thousands of soldiers to the front lines of some faraway countries which don't even pose the threat except for the oil companies and the money of wealthy old fat monkeys? It's pathetic to think that our whole society is run by businesses, economies, and beliefs to be free. But still, when a crime is committed by some leader of an organization, he can buy his fucking freedom. He's the juggernaut, so some simple person will take the blow. Prison for life, and the CEO can go home to sniff his blow, which was important and funded for by the same government who would send you or me to death for show. Maybe I'm mistaking myself here by saying the world has been taken over by self-righteous trained men, corrupted and evil, and money it seemed to make it all worse. Or is it a native man? Maybe I'm mistaking myself here by saying the world has been taken over by self-righteous trained men, corrupted and evil, and money it seems to make it all worse. Or is it a native man? Maybe I'm mistaking myself here by saying the world has been taken over by self-righteous trained men, corrupted and evil, and money it seemed to make it all worse. Or is it a native man? Maybe I'm mistaking myself here by saying the world has been taken over by self-righteous trained men, corrupted and evil, and money it seems to make it all worse. Or is it a native man?
Both men scoring points here. Oh, caught it right there. Caught a left guard lead jab.
Just missed with that one. Nice leg kick.
A minute into round number 2.
You live by a dream, but that dream got shattered. You try to move on, but your life don't really matter. Cold-hearted, you try to cling on to the last piece of string, holding this thing strong. You wait and you wait, but the rescue, it seems distant. Nobody's listening to the pain that you're resisting. Sitting on the sidewalk, you see no kind of outlook. People walking by seem to look, but look away at the same time. Just like with the bum, and it makes you feel like one. You're depressed, nothing can help it. It's a mess, like a song of heartbreak. You long to be back in that saddle, right into victory after a defeat. But the future looks grim for you to stand on 2 feet, cause you're giving up already and your power's declining steady. So instead you go mad and try to take your whole life, along with your daughter, your son, and your own wife. Every action we take determines our lives. Every fraction of faith reassures us that that we lose, and the price that we pay is the failure of you. Let's go back and have a look at the beginning of this tragedy. Jason was a young man who believed in magic. He saw it as the love he needed to stay away from drugs, cause the neighborhood he lived in, it was crowded with slugs. So he painted a mental picture of what he said his goals. Full performing magician in stadiums, full of fans of his work, those were his plans. Never did he expect the weight of his fam. First came his wife Janet. She wanted to settle, have a nice little house in the suburbs, with the kettle slowly heating up for the afternoon tea. Jason agreed, but inside he wanted free, wanted to flee from this life and just go out and be. Jason became resentful more for every day passed. Everywhere he'd look, he'd see people having a blast. He wanted it too. He wanted to puke after a crazy party with a few of his best mates too. Every action we take determines our lives. Every fraction of faith reassures us that fights is needed for truth, but we abuse and we lose, and the price that we pay is the failure of you. Every action we take determines our lives. Every fraction of faith reassures us that fights is needed for truth, but we abuse and we lose, and the price that we pay is the failure of you. After about a year or so came his daughter Sue. Jason was happy for a while before he knew that this was the end. He could no longer pretend that he was a free man. He was now a family dad. Mad at his mistake, he tried to play the role, but it took his toll, and Jason begun to blow weed to relieve the stress and the pain of his failure. Started to drink heavily like it was his savior. Janet started wondering what was wrong with him when he walked out in the evening and wasn't wearing his ring. They had sex frequently, and after 9 months came his son Jacob. The burden was a ton. Jason became violent, started punching his wife. How the hell can you do this to me, you stupid dyke? Jacob walked out and walked far away. Daddy got a knife that you may come in and play with. Every action we take determines our lives. Every fraction of faith reassures us that fights is needed for truth, but we abuse and we lose, and the price that we pay is the failure of you. Every action we take determines our lives. Every fraction of faith reassures us that fights is needed for truth, but we abuse and we lose, and the price that we pay is the failure of you.
Just listen to that one.
And a good knee to the midsection. Oh man, this is nasty.
Oh, he got hurt bad. Oh, he's down.
Joe, he is really trying to regain his composure.
Yeah, his eyes are still foggy though, you can see it.
Oh, the referee's gonna jump in and stop this. It's over!
Good call by the referee. Here we see it again. Man, here you see him just standing over him here. The referee, no choice but to stop this. He's not defending himself at all.
The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer, has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest, declaring the winner by TKO, El Toro!
El Toro, victorious again tonight.